Archangel Michael says, something has begun shifting in the realm around you. You may not feel it yet, but everything is aligning in a strange, powerful way. The silence in your life is not emptiness, it is a storm-gathering force behind the veil. There's a hidden countdown ticking near your spirit, and it is not meant to scare you, but to awaken you. This message isn't ordinary, and it's not random that you've arrived here today. There's a divine force pointing toward a crossroads that only you can see when the light flickers at just the right moment. You've been walking down a road carved through invisible fire and unseen ice. You've survived things people don't even know you carry deep in your bones. You kept walking when others would have fallen, you kept praying even when silence was the only answer. But now, this journey is about to end. Not because you failed. Not because you did anything wrong. It's ending because what is ahead requires new ground beneath your feet and a new crown on your head. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The things you battled privately are coming to light, not to shame you but to honor how far you've come. People who thought they knew you are about to see the real truth of your strength. No one can stop what has already been written about your life. You may feel strange emotions lately, fatigue that hits without warning, tears you can't explain, memories showing up like ghosts. These are signs that your spirit is finishing a cycle that held you for far too long. It's not your imagination, there really is a closing happening, deep and divine. Archangel Michael says, you are not being punished, you are being summoned. There is a place prepared for you that your current identity cannot enter. That's why so many things are being stripped, delayed, removed. Don't fight what's falling. Let it. Don't chase what's running. Release it. Your journey is not ending in despair, it's ending because something is about to begin, something so big that your old self won't recognize it. Type Amen to get blessing 991. There is a person around you who can sense this change, but they won't admit it out loud. They've seen the light in your eyes dim and reignite like wildfire. They know something is shifting in your destiny, and it's unsettling them deeply. You may feel like isolating yourself lately, and that is part of the process. What's happening to you is sacred and can't be contaminated by noise or confusion. Even angels move in silence when they are preparing someone for transformation. Your dreams might be weirder, more intense, or even scary. That's because the world within you is trying to deliver final messages before the curtain drops. Listen carefully, the signs will come in whispers, flickers, scents, or words you hear twice. This is the preparation before the explosion of light. And it is intense for a reason. The spiritual realm is not playing with your destiny, it is forging it in sacred fire. Type Amen to get blessing 1157. You will notice certain people disappearing from your life very quickly. They are not meant to witness your elevation, because their hearts carry envy, not celebration. They smiled, but inside, they held silent resentment that you always rose no matter what crushed you. Don't mourn them. Their absence is part of the divine editing. God is not erasing your circle, He's refining it. The next step in your life doesn't require company, it requires clarity. And you are being given that now, through divine silence and spiritual pruning. Archangel Michael says, the journey you are on is about to close, like a chapter in a long, spiritual novel. You may not understand why now, but your soul will weep in gratitude later. There is peace coming that doesn't depend on others but only on what was written for you in sacred ink. Type Amen to get blessing 721. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. There is a ticking clock around you. Not one of death, but one of divine deadline. If you knew how close you were to the moment of breakthrough, you would not be worried. People think endings are loss, but endings in the spirit are divine doors to something higher. This time, the ending comes with no return. What's closing will never open again. That's why it hurts more than usual. That's why you feel disconnected from even the things you once loved. It's not depression, it's divine transition. Your name is being whispered in rooms you've never entered. Someone with power is being shown something about you. This will shift your entire timeline when the time is right. Type Amen to get blessing 1440. You were never meant to stay where you've been. You've carried the weight of generations, broken cycles that began before you were born. You've spoken life into others while no one noticed you were starving for it yourself. But heaven noticed. And now, all the effort you gave is returning multiplied. This is not karma. This is divine justice, and it's not delayed anymore. You will wake up soon feeling different. A new stillness will enter your heart. And right after that, a divine message will show up unexpectedly, confirming everything written here. The ones who didn't believe you will see you shining, and it will confuse their understanding of you. But you don't owe explanations anymore. You owe silence and success. Type Amen to get blessing 1044. Your life has not been ordinary because your calling isn't either. That's why nothing ever came easy. That's why the love you gave was often taken for granted. But it will no longer be this way. Someone is coming to honor your scars. Not just love you, but revere the path you walked alone. They will treat your pain as holy ground. The place you are leaving behind is not cursed, it's just completed. Staying would mean shrinking, and your spirit won't allow that anymore. Something divine inside of you is screaming for rebirth. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. And when the new season arrives, even your enemies will be stunned by the beauty of your resurrection. Type Amen to get blessing 1877. All your late nights of overthinking, your hidden tears, your silent prayers, they are stored in a sacred space beyond human vision. Nothing you did was wasted. Nothing was ignored. Your story is becoming a map for others who are lost. Your strength is becoming a flame that lights the path for the broken. You don't realize it yet, but your existence is prophetic. That's why you've been attacked so much. The enemy only fights what frightens him. Your future terrifies every shadow that once tried to consume you. Very soon, you'll understand why you had to walk through fire with no shield. It wasn't to burn, it was to glow. And now that glow is about to explode into something no one saw coming. Type Amen to get blessing 3001. The end of your current journey marks the beginning of a destiny no one saw coming. You've been tested, tried, and tossed aside, but nothing was able to bury your purpose. Now, your rebirth begins, not with applause, but with quiet signs. A message, a visit, a name you'll suddenly hear over and over. Pay attention. The atmosphere around you is vibrating with divine energy. Even your body may feel strange, tired, dizzy, lightheaded. This is what transformation feels like before it settles into power. You will forget how to cry for the things that once crushed you. Instead, joy will burst through your spirit like new light through cracked glass. And the world will witness the unveiling of the real you. Type Amen to get blessing 1771. Your time as a silent warrior is ending. Now comes the moment where your silence will speak louder than anything ever said about you. Those who overlooked you will remember your name. A door is opening that no human hand can shut. It is laced in light and heavy with divine promise. When you walk through it, your old self will disintegrate. This ending is not grief, it's glory. The end of this journey means your real story is about to begin. A story without chains, without limits, and without lies. Archangel Michael says, "You are protected in ways you can't imagine. Nothing formed against you will stand, because this journey ends in triumph, not tragedy." Type Amen to get blessing 1555. Your next season has already been prepared. The throne is already waiting. All that's left is for you to rise, to shed the old shell, and to step into the sacred identity designed for you before time began. This moment isn't just a message, it's a key. A spiritual confirmation that your past doesn't have the authority to write your future anymore. You are being released from invisible prisons. The locks are broken. The air is changing. The road is clear. And the journey is finally complete. The ground beneath your feet will no longer feel familiar because you're stepping into a version of life you've never lived before. What's coming hasn't been seen by your eyes, spoken by your lips, or even imagined in your heart. It's entirely new, and you are the vessel chosen to carry it forward. There is a release happening right now in your spirit. Something heavy that's clung to you for years is losing its grip. You may not even notice it slipping, but soon you'll feel lighter than you've ever felt. You will start waking up with a strange calm, as if something inside you knows the worst is over. And that's the truth, the war you couldn't explain is ending. This is not false peace. It's the real one. Type Amen to get blessing 4422. The tears you held back for too long will now fall not from sorrow, but relief. Your soul is tired, but it's about to rest in divine softness. No more running, no more pretending, no more hiding. There is an ancestral force smiling from beyond. Someone who watched over you all this time is stepping aside now, proud that you made it this far. They will guide the final steps as this chapter closes gently. You may see a specific number repeatedly, or feel a chill pass your shoulders when no wind is present. That's not superstition. That's a confirmation. You are being escorted spiritually out of the old and into the divine new. The pain that once defined you will become your badge of honor. What you suffered didn't disfigure you, it shaped the warrior in you. And now, the world will see the strength they ignored. Type Amen to get blessing 4555. You're not just surviving anymore, you're being crowned. It's not the end of your life, it's the end of the suffering part of your life. That old journey is finished, not with screams, but with divine whispers. Everything that was delayed is about to pour in without force. Your blessings are not arriving in pieces, they're arriving like a flood. It will feel unfamiliar because you're used to fighting, but this time, you only need to receive. Let the old ties fall away. Let the people who can't join your future drift into their own path. Not everyone is equipped to witness a chosen one rise. Archangel Michael says, "You are not late, and you are not forgotten." The divine kept you hidden until the perfect moment, and now that moment is beginning. Watch what unfolds. Type Amen to get blessing 4999. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. There will be silence before it all arrives. The world may seem quiet around you right now, but it's only because the divine is preparing the entrance. Don't mistake quiet for abandonment. A specific door is about to swing open wide, and it will feel like everything happened at once. But this moment was being built in the dark for years. You just didn't see it growing. All those nights you wondered if you mattered, this is your answer. You mattered so much that God paused the heavens to align your breakthrough. This isn't coincidence, it's divine choreography. You are in the final hour of the final page of the old book. A new volume is being opened with your name carved into gold on the first page. And nothing will ever be the same again. Type Amen to get blessing 4666. What's coming will make sense of every no, every delay, every betrayal, and every lonely walk. You didn't lose, you were being positioned. You weren't forgotten, you were being watched over. You are the one who broke the cycle, who healed the wound, who carried the burden no one dared to. And now the crown that's been floating above your head is descending. Slowly. Righteously. When it touches you, everything around you will respond. Some people will flee your presence, some will suddenly admire you, and some will weep in silence. That's because light has a way of revealing the true hearts around it. Let it all happen. Do not cling to what God is removing. Don't mourn the ending of this journey, it was never your final destination. Type Amen to get blessing 5550. You are entering a season where even your enemies will bless you without knowing it. What they meant for harm will spin into elevation. The ones who lied on your name will soon choke on the truth. Your journey ends here so your mission can begin. Not a mission built on survival, but on glory, peace, and divine impact. Your steps will now shake the ground you walk on. Miracles are already on their way to your doorstep. They may not look how you imagined, but they will arrive exactly how your spirit needs them. The heavens are not silent, they are organizing. Prepare yourself. Prepare your heart. The old is ending, and the sacred is beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 6000. Your divine elevation. And they won't be able to touch you. You are no longer who you used to be. The fire didn't consume you, it transformed you. Now you wear your past like armor, not like chains. Type Amen to get blessing 6333. You may feel chills as you read this. That's not fear, it's confirmation. Your soul recognizes the truth before your mind understands it. The reason so much fell apart was because it couldn't follow you into what's next. Some people weren't just seasonal, they were spiritual blockers. And heaven had to remove them without your permission. You felt like you were being abandoned. But really, you were being protected. What was taken was only making room for something sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 9111. You will soon remember who you are, not the version of you built from trauma, but the one crafted in divine fire. This version doesn't beg, doesn't chase, doesn't explain. It simply walks in power. You will attract differently because you've become different. The old energy you carried repelled what was meant for your highest self. But that energy is gone now. Your aura is glowing in realms you can't see. And the right people, opportunities, and moments are being magnetized toward it. They can't help but come closer. You've walked through storms that were meant to destroy you, and yet here you are, reading words meant to crown you. The journey has ended. The rain begins. Type Amen to get blessing 9444. You may feel the urge to cry without knowing why. That's your body releasing what it held too long. That's your spirit making space for the flood of goodness on its way. The energy around you is shifting in massive ways. That discomfort? It's the breaking of chains. You've been freed, even if it hasn't hit your reality yet. But it's coming. It's coming fast. And once it lands, nothing will ever be the same again. Archangel Michael says, even time has been reordered for your purpose. Delays weren't detours. They were divine timing being shaped into perfection. Type Amen to get blessing 9660. People will ask how you did it. But they won't know the tears, the warfare, or the silence it took to get here. That's okay, they were never meant to understand. You'll walk differently now. Speak differently. Even love differently. Because you've met the part of yourself that doesn't need permission to exist. And that version is unstoppable. Miracles are not coming, they've already been dispatched. Heaven is not ignoring you, it's applauding you. And the celebration has already begun. Type Amen to get blessing 9777. Let the old thoughts go. Let the doubt die. The storm was the path, not the punishment. There are doors you thought were closed forever that will open without a knock. Rooms you never entered are about to call your name. And you'll realize it was never about your qualifications, it was about your obedience. Every prayer you whispered into the darkness was heard. And now, the light is answering back. Loudly. You will be surrounded by people who honor your spirit. Who don't compete, compare, or consume. They will match your frequency. Type Amen to get blessing 9888. All those times you wanted to give up but didn't, this is the reward. Every silent battle, every forced smile, every "I'm fine" when you weren't, has been recorded. And now, it's being repaid with glory. You were never overlooked. Just hidden, divinely. And now, heaven is saying, reveal them. You will soon stand in a moment that feels so unreal, you'll wonder if you're dreaming. But it's not a dream, it's destiny. Finally catching up with you. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. There's no more pretending. No more settling. You will not play small to make others comfortable ever again. From this point on, everything you touch will glow with divine favor. What took years before will now take weeks. What once required permission will now need only your decision. You'll notice even your voice carries more weight. That's divine authority settling into your chest. Speak with it. Move with it. This is your harvest. And no force in this world can block what was grown in silence and pain. Type Amen to get blessing 10001. You'll begin to see the people who are truly for you. And the ones who only tolerated you. Don't resist the separation, accept it as divine sorting. You don't need everyone in your circle to celebrate this new season. You only need alignment. And that is what is happening now. Everything in your life is being rearranged, not to hurt you, but to place you exactly where your crown will fit. And when it lands on your head, the whole world will feel it. The ones who laughed will go silent. The ones who doubted will watch in disbelief. And you? You'll keep walking. In peace. In power. In purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 10111.